Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Asad Yaqub, and in this video I am going to discuss the most confusing type of questions for students in IELTS listening, and that is multiple choice. Multiple choice is a nightmare and many students are getting wrong answers. Out of 8 questions, they are hardly getting 3 right answers, 4 right answers. They try to guess, but because there are 3 options, so most of the time their guesses are wrong and their 2 to 3 answers are correct. And at present in IELTS listening, there are minimum 10 to 15 multiple choice questions. So this is the problem, and Asad Yaqub is going to give you the solution. Are you ready? That's good. So guys, listen very carefully. In multiple choice questions, what you need to do, first of all, you need to read the title of the questions. In multiple choice, each question type, there is a title. Now for this multiple choice, the title is Cities Built by the Sea. Switch on your imagination. Think about a city that is on the coastal, that is on the beach, that is on the coast actually, or coastal highway, right? So city built on the sea. I'm going to visualize a city which is built on the sea. It means the audio is going to be about a city which is built on the sea. Means by the sea means on the beach of the sea. Now when I switch on my imagination, this is going to help you. So tip number 1 is, in multiple choice, read and imagine the title of the questions. Clear? Now let's go on. Question number 21. Carla and Rob were surprised. In multiple choice questions, there are mainly 2 to 3 characters. Sometimes there are 2, sometimes there can be 3 characters as well. So Carla and Rob were surprised to learn that coastal cities. Now this multiple choice is called incomplete sentence. One multiple choice is question with 3 possible answers. One multiple choice is about decision. One multiple choice is about agreement. So there are various types of multiple choice questions. So Carla and Rob were surprised. Now you need to listen to their conversation, right? Now one thing will surprise Carla. Rob will not be surprised. One thing will surprise Rob, but Carla will not be surprised. And on one point, both of them will be surprised. That will be your answer. So Carla and Rob were surprised to learn that coastal cities. Now guys, listen. Sometimes the options in multiple choice, they are short. Sometimes the options are long. In case if the options are long, you must focus 3 words. Number 1, nouns. Number 2, verbs. Rather, I will say number 1, verbs. Number 2, nouns. Number 3, adjectives. Verbs, nouns and adjectives, and they are according to their level of importance. Okay, you just focus that. Now let's read this one. A. Contain nearly half the world's population. Half the world's population means in the audio they might use the word 50% of world's population. Clear? Got it? Option B. Include. Now contain is a verb. Include is a verb. Include most of the world's largest cities. Include most of the. For most of the they can use 2/3. They can use majority of. They can use a large number of. Most of. So most of the world's largest cities, like they say, a majority of world's largest cities are actually the cities which have been built by the sea. Next, are growing twice as fast as other cities. Are growing twice as fast as other cities. If other cities are growing by 50%, these cities are growing by 100%. So twice as fast as other cities. Is that clear? All right.
Yeah, though that's all cities, not just ones on the coast. But most of the biggest cities are actually built by the sea. I'd not realised that before.
Nor me. And what's more, a lot of them are built at places where rivers come out into the sea, but apparently this can be a problem.
22. According to Rob, now it's only Rob, so you got to listen to Rob carefully. This answer will be found in the talk of Rob. According to Rob, building coastal cities near to rivers. Now they are going to talk about building coastal cities near to rivers, and according to Rob, again this multiple choice is incomplete sentence with three possible answers. May bring pollution to cities. The main word is pollution. May bring pollution to cities means it can cause pollution to cities. Right? So pollution is the main word. B, may reduce the land available for agriculture. Important thing is agriculture, and second important thing is availability of land. And C, may mean the countryside is spoiled by industry. So countryside spoiled by industry. This is how you can try to make the options as short as possible. I told you three things are important. Verbs, nouns, adjectives. Just focus these three things. And for example, in option A, we picked up the word pollution. In option B, we picked up the word availability of agricultural land. And in option C, countryside spoiled by industry. So we can make them short as well.
Why?
Well, as the city expands, agriculture and industry tend to spread further inland along the rivers, and so agriculture moves even further inland up the river. That's not necessarily a problem, except it means more and more pollutants are discharged into the rivers.
Question number 23. What mistake was made when building water drainage channels in Miami in the 1950s? What mistake was made? Now 1950, Miami, they built some drainage channels and one mistake was done. Option A, there were not enough of them. See that long option, there were not enough of them. In the audio, they can talk about it as number. Like they say they were just few, or they were not as per the need. They were lesser than the need. B, they were made of unsuitable materials, only unsuitable materials. For that they say they were actually made of plastic, which was not appropriate to build the water drainage channels. It should have been concrete. So plastic is material. Over here they say material. Over there they will talk about plastic and concrete and other material. Option C, they did not allow for the effect of climate change. Climate change is important here. Understand? So in the options, don't get frustrated. Don't read all the options, verbs, nouns, adjectives. They are important.
Well, apparently back in the 1950s, they built channels to drain away the water in case of flooding.
Sounds sensible?
Yeah, they spent quite a lot of money on them, but what they didn't take into account was global warming. So they built the drainage channels too close to sea level and...
Question number 24. What do Rob and Carla think? Rob and Carla means together. They think that the authorities in Miami should do immediately. Now Rob will say something, Carla will not agree. Carla will say something, Rob will not agree. So what do Rob and Carla means together? What do they think that the authorities in Miami should do immediately? A, take measures to restore ecosystem. So you can underline restore ecosystem. Main word is restore, and for restore they can use some other word. Option B, pay for a new flood prevention system. Flood prevention system, and for payment they can talk about funding. And see that in this multiple choice also verbs are important. Option A, take measures. Option B, pay. It's a verb. And option C, stop disposing of waste materials into the oceans. So stop disposing of waste material, right? And as we are talking about ocean, so it's understood.
I don't know. I did read that they're aiming to stop disposing of wastewater into the ocean over the next 10 years.
But that won't help with flood prevention now, will it?
No, really, they just need to find the money for something to replace the drainage channels in order to protect against flooding now. But in the long term, they need to consider the whole ecosystem.
Right.
Now, question number 25. What do they agree? It means Rob will say something, Carla will disagree. And that is a trap. Carla will say something, Rob will disagree. That is only a trap. But on one point, Rob and Carla are going to agree That will be your answer. So what do they agree should be the priority for international action? Means what should be the priority, preference for international action or global action? A. Greater coordination of activities, greater coordination. B. More sharing of information, or for information they might use the word knowledge. C. Agreement on shared policies, agreement and shared policies. What do they agree? I tell you once again, on 2 points they will not agree, they are trapped. And on 1 point out of 3 or 1 option out of 3, they will agree. That will be your right answer. Again, they will talk about all 3 options in any way. They will not talk about option A first. They may start with option C, then option A, then option B. So the first thing is you need to catch where is the audio. In the audio, are they talking about option B? The first thing. Second thing is you need to identify, is option B the right answer or the trap answer? If option C is the trap answer, you put a cross at the end of option C. Then listen to option A carefully and then decide, is option A the right answer? If it is the right answer, tick. If it is the wrong answer, cross. If you do not understand whether that is the right or wrong answer, then there should be a question mark. So elimination. Elimination means option C is only a trap. Now you are left with option A and B. Option B is a trap, it's the wrong answer. That means option A is the right answer. Sometimes just by eliminating 2 wrong choices, you can reach the right answer. So most of the students, they only focus the right answer to come. They do not see that we need to eliminate the wrong answers, and definitely by eliminating the wrong answer, we will be left with the right answer. If 2 options are crossed, 1 option is left, that is your right answer. So this is how you guys can deal with multiple choice questions in IELTS listening.
Absolutely. The thing is, everyone knows what the problems are, and environmentalists have a pretty good idea of what we should be doing about them, so they should be able to work together to some extent. But it's going to be a long time before countries come to a decision on what principles they're prepared to abide by.
Yeah, if they ever do.
You can take a lot of practice. Practice makes perfect, and practice is the key in IELTS listening. If you like this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe my channel as well. I teach IELTS online. If you want to join my online IELTS classes, my WhatsApp number is given. You can contact me for that. Asad Yaqub truly wishes you all the best. Take care. Allah Hafiz.